Right, welcome to the stream. I'm playing Southeastern High Speed today, which is actually brand new. It only just dropped. I found it in the store. And if you want to get it, you can look on the PlayStation Store itself, because it doesn't have a link, I believe, from the game. Usually the game has a store option in it, but this time around it doesn't look like they put that in yet. It might update later on, but you know, just a little thing there to notify. Anyway, it's brand new. Southeastern High Speed dropped on the 4th of February in the UK anyway. As far as other parts of the world, it might have just dropped universally at a certain time, but yeah, I'm just going to invite people to the stream via the link, and then we'll get started, because I am on the introduction mission at the moment, and I'm going to be playing through that as well, and then doing the tutorial for the new 395, the Javelin high-speed train, which you can see sort of past the pause screen there, and the 375, which we technically have already seen, but I'm going to show you it in a tutorial anyway. So, the introduction mission, I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be 100% about. It might reveal a lot more than I wanted it to, but even if it does, so what, I'll still talk about things. But I may have to focus on what the game is actually telling me, so I do apologise if I don't talk very much during this mission. Right, I'll go ahead and grab the link and send it to some people, and I imagine a lot of people are going to be streaming this at the moment, but you know, it just is what it is. I mean, I'm doing my own thing, and everyone who I'm sending a link to is obviously welcome, you know. And maybe more people will join later on. It might be quiet at first, might be busy at first, we don't know. So, here we go. I've switched it to live chat. Gotta remember to do that, and off I go.
Top right corner of the screen and count towards your overall experience.
Yeah, I know what action points are.
It is necessary to be fully observant of the surrounding world. Practice by looking up, down, left and right.
Welcome, Danny. I'm looking up, down, left and right, in that order. Would you like to invert your no. Why would I want to invert it? Strange thing to ask me. Walk around.
This is one of many interactives to be discovered, but not all of them will be as easy to find as this one.
The voice of Matt Pedleston, one of the developers, or people in the team anyway at Dovetail. There you go, so there's our route map. And the game has interactive collectibles and things like that, so that's what this is, placing route maps, and you should probably get an achievement if you do all of them. I'm not going to bother doing all of them though, because let's just face it, this game is mostly about driving trains, and here's the 395 Javelin that we're going to be... I don't know how much we're actually going to be doing in this first mission. I hope that it shows enough, but not too much, so then I can work at my own pace with the rest of it. Britain's fastest. That's a bold claim. Not that there's any really that I know of that will probably be faster. Don't know. Sit in the seat.
You can pause the experience at any point and review previous...
Yeah, okay. Done that, Matt. Thank you. Follow the marker to the staff door.
A lot of time will be spent operating trains, so when ready, sit in the driver's seat.
So this is the cab section of the 395. Fantastic. Nice seat.
A heads-up display has appeared on the right-hand side of the screen. This is a guide to what the train is doing.
Well, I know that.
This is the speed display. The white needle shows current speed. The red marker indicates the maximum permitted speed.
To be honest, I don't really know why they do all this.
This is the direction display. An arrow will indicate forward, reverse, and neutral direction.
Because to even play this DLC, you need to have Train Sim World 2 installed as the base game.
Power display. A number will indicate what position the power control is
So I don't get why I have to. Yeah, I know all this. Thanks.
These are the brake indicators. They show the state of the various brake systems, allowing independent management of them.
Right. Okay.
In the top right are the signal and speed limit
Yeah,
displays.
green, yellow, and red.
These feature an indication of what is approaching and a countdown distance to when they'll come into effect.
It's useful if you've never played the game
Some
before,
of these
but
displays can be hidden via the settings menu for a more challenging experience. This train is ready to go. Pull the indicated handle towards you to get moving.
that's very nice of you to set it up for me. What, you want it all the way towards me, or? Oh, we're moving. We are moving. Out of London St Pancras, which is the station.
St Pancras International Station is one of the major London terminals, providing access to both national and international services.
Hey. So I guess the Eurostar and trains that go to
This
France
particular
would
train is a Class 395 Javelin.
oh yeah, they
built
do.
by
They do come out of
Hitachi in
St
Japan
Pancras.
for European
St Pancras.
operation. It is formed of 6 cars and has a top speed of 225 kilometers per hour.
That's nice. I mean, it is displaying miles per hour, per hour, right? But it tells you in kilometers because
Train
that's.
Sim World allows you to ride and drive from a selection of camera views. Let's take a look now while exploring this train.
Well, I have done. That's what I started off doing. Pretty long. Okay. Don't think we can actually go. No, we can't. I don't think we can go down here. Or is this for different trains that don't need to use? I don't know. All that I've watched for this DLC is.
You've only explored a small area here, so let's take a look at what else there is to enjoy.
Oh, so I won't need to.
Welcome
Yeah.
to the southeast of England. Drive the nation's fastest domestic train from the heart of London at St Pancras International. Race along the high-speed lines via Ebbsfleet International, whilst reaching speeds of up to 225 kilometers per hour. Operate or join the mainline commuter trains through the historic towns in Medway to Faversham in Kent. High-speed express and mainline commuter, you choose the pace. Along the way, don't forget to place route maps, install safety signs, set up newspaper stands, and repair broken fences. Welcome to Southeastern High Speed.
Right. Fantastic. That was a nice introduction. I like that. That bit I think we definitely need. But as far as telling you to look up and look down and telling you what the dials do, I don't think that's really too important. It will probably move on to the tutorial on its own, maybe? I don't know. We'll just see what happens, but yeah. We're in the southeast of England, which I've never been there before. I know where it is, obviously, but never been there. So welcome to Danny, who is Final Zone in the stream chat. And yeah, in case you didn't hear me before with all that, because pretty busy. Ah, here we go. Oh, this. Okay. 375.
Welcome to driver training. Here you'll be taken through the operation of a Southeastern Class 375 Electrostar. During this brief introduction, we'll go through the critical driving controls and passenger operations. When you're ready, climb aboard to get started.
I don't think this guy is still Matt, but I will say that when Matt is talking through the introduction, it doesn't sound like Matt on the stream. They are definitely the same person, however they do put on a voice for the tutorials and stuff. And I think he actually sounds better on stream, more... I don't know, just more personable. But anyway.
Take a seat in the driver's position.
Just my personal
opinion.
opinion.
Be spending most of your time.
So this is supposed to be in front of me then, but well, it doesn't feel... Feels a bit weird, having this whole door thing. Is it meant to be there?
To activate the control desk, set the master's key to on.
I mean, maybe it is. I always drive with that sort of open.
The reverser determines the direction of travel.
Oh, does it?
Take a quick glance at the platform to ensure all is safe before unlocking the doors.
Way ahead of you. This button? No. Doorway. I did unlock the doors. Hey? That doesn't unlock the doors, it's this one that does. Oh. Maybe that does. Okay. Yeah, I always drove the 377, which is...
Get going. Set the doors to locked.
Yeah, I will. Just press the left on the D-pad.
Your next stop is Chatham. Make sure the line is clear before departing.
I mean, it looks like it is.
This train is now ready to depart. Use the power brake handle to apply.
All good. So this train and the 377 are pretty much identical to one another, and there's no real difference. Other than the headlights are in a different position, I think. Maybe. And obviously the interior colours and the exterior colours, they're different, but that's just the thing, you know, different liveries for different operators. And this door...
Coasting is a method used to efficiently maintain speed and reduce motor stress and maintenance requirements.
Oh. So where's the light coming? It's coming from there, right. See, I used to drive the 377 with this open there.
Keeping the speed limits is important.
Like that.
If you begin overspeeding, apply a small
because I thought, oh, these are sort of...
into the braking range.
Yeah, okay. We don't have to brake yet, do we? No, we don't. How many miles away is it? Oh, not that far. But yeah, I used to drive the 377 with this facing me like this, and I thought, okay, that looks like it makes perfect sense, because everything's tilted towards me, and that means I can actually, you know, move my arm, which will be here, and go get the telephone if I need it.
Apply a small amount of brake force to achieve a comfortable and safe stop.
No, if I need to call someone, I don't know, in a signal box, I guess, maybe. But no, apparently it's supposed to be closed, like this, which, alright. Now I know, and now I've actually got lights in here, so I can see better. Before, if I used the cab lights, it would only light up the other side of the cab from me, so I guess that explains it then. Remember braking 4 is actually the emergency brake, so I shouldn't press that. Unlock the doors. Yep, but it is pretty much exactly the same as the 377 that we've driven before, or that you've seen before. But I don't know if you prefer this colour scheme or you don't like the colour scheme, then I'll just pick one and stick with one, I guess. I want to use both because obviously I paid actual money for this DLC. Could say the headlights were in a different configuration, but they don't look like it. Alright. Functionally the same thing though. Shutting the doors.
Proceed to the next stop at Rochester unguided this time and see how you get on.
Rochester. Let's go. Come on train, get us moving. Performance wise, a little bit weaker. It feels a bit weaker. Tunnel. And oh dear. I'm on the outside, oh dear. An actual tunnel. Sorry, I'm not keeping to the speed limit. I should be doing that. Doesn't really matter. Can make mistakes, I'm a human being. I'm guessing this is our final stop. And then we move on to the 395, how to drive that. That'll be interesting, because I will have to get used to it. Otherwise, if I don't get used to it, then I'll be in trouble, because I'm going to do an actual timetable service with that, because that is the highlight of Southeastern High Speed. The actual high-speed train, as well as the route itself. I mean, the route is nice. May not be 100% accurate. I know that people were saying that on the stream when the developers were actually showing it off, but who's bothered about that? I mean, I've never been to this part of the UK, so I don't know what it's supposed to be like. 395 on the other side. Got to actually stop before the red light though. The brakes seem a bit weaker. Or does it just feel that way because I haven't driven the 377 today? Alright, that's okay. Oh, and everyone just kind of pops into existence. Pops together. Yeah, that's not really a good look, if I'm honest. But, you know, animating people getting up from a specific seat and then walking to the... I can see why they probably wouldn't want to do that. That sounds like it'll be pretty hard work. Because it would obviously depend on whatever train you're using and whatever kind of carriage it is and all of that.
Good work. That concludes all the basics of operating this train.
Oh, don't get stuck. Thank you. 8 minutes and 54 seconds to do that. And I got a gold medal. Fantastic. Well, that wasn't bad at all. And now for the 395, which I'm dreading, because that train is entirely new to me. But before I do get on with driving that, I'll take a small break, which is probably going to take about, what, 2 minutes. And see if anyone else wants to come to the stream. You can mention stuff in the chat if you want, so you can talk about anything really. Join it. You're not gonna tell me how to... Okay. I guess I'll go to the main menu myself. Don't want to do like a random mission, because you might give me the 395, and if you do, I won't have a clue on how to use it. They should really stop this sort of auto progression thing, because it just moves from one to another thing on its own, and then it wants me to back out to the main menu. to choose whatever I want to do. But I'll leave it here whilst I have a small break and then I'll come back. If anyone else joins and wonders where I am, I'm on a break. Just for a few seconds, minutes, if that. Alright, after 4 minutes I've returned and continued it. Should I really do that? Yeah, okay. Oh! The train broke. The train train broke. Will I actually get to drive it in that? Bloody hell. They didn't mention that. High-speed trainee. So I guess this is the one that, you know, if they... Training. Oh, it's in this one. Alright. To Gravesend. Well, that's not far enough. Is it? Oh no, it goes past... Oh. Ah, so this will tell us what I wanted to tell you guys, which I've been talking about in a couple of streams. I see and I understand. Right. Right. 395.
Welcome to driver training. Here you'll be taken through the operation of a Southeastern Class 395 Javelin. During this brief introduction, we will go through the critical driving controls and passenger operations. When you're ready, climb aboard to get started.
Right, I'm going to put my listening ears on and actually listen to what the game is telling me on how to operate this thing. Quite big, quite long. 10th anniversary special badge thing.
Take a seat in the driver's position. This is where you'll be spending most of your time.
Neat. Very nice cab. Second man gets to sit here, but I am not sitting there. I'm the driver. Fantastic.
To unlock the control desk, insert and set the master key to the on position.
Uh-huh. Right, so it's there. And then...
The reverser is used to activate the driving cab and determines the direction of travel.
Neutral. Uh-huh. Reset the AWS. DC. Press and hold the DC power button for 2 seconds. Oh, are we changing over?
In operation, this unit draws electricity from external sources such as DC third rail lines east of Ebbsfleet International and AC overhead wires between London and Ebbsfleet International. As we're in the third rail part of the route, press the pan up shoes down button to lower the pickup shoes so that we can connect to the power. You can confirm this. The main circuit breaker will need to be closed to allow power to reach the entire train.
Press it again, right. And then forward.
Take a quick glance at the platform to ensure all is safe before unlocking the doors.
Don't think it matters, it's never going to be unsafe, but still. Okay. Where is the horn? There. Coolio. Lots of buttons that probably I shouldn't touch until I know what they do, and there are a hell of a lot of buttons here.
It's time to get going. Set the doors to locked.
Okay. Oh, there. Uh-huh.
For this introduction, you'll be driving as far as Stratford International. This train uses a DRA, or Driver's Reminder Appliance. This is a safety system which ensures that power cannot be applied to the train and prevents the driver from running through a red signal. Before departure, this will need to be unset.
Okay.
This train is now ready to depart. Release the brakes and apply a small amount of power to get moving.
So, I should explain, whilst we're on the DC third rail, which is obviously there and to the right, the train is quite sluggish. It's a lot slower than it would be on, yeah.
Keeping to speed limits is important. If you begin overspeeding, apply a small amount of brake by moving the handle into the braking range.
Yes, thank you. But Ebbsfleet isn't that far away. That's good. So whilst we're on the DC third rail, we actually don't have as much power as we would have on AC, which is the overhead wires. And as he said, the overhead wires don't actually start until we get past Ebbsfleet, which is the next station along. So that's the quirk with this route, and the quirk with this train is that it will use two different power modes. And you'll need to keep that in mind, and the same thing would apply if you're playing LGV Mediterranean, which is the where you get to drive the TGV, and it does kind of the same thing except not really. There it uses two different kinds of power from the pantograph overhead wires, so it will switch from AC to LGV or some kind of different mode like that. And it should also switch us to kilometers per hour when we switch onto AC overhead wire power. But you don't need to worry about that because I'm the one doing all that. You'll see all that happening. And I believe if we do... I don't know where it actually tells us to do that, so I was kind of hoping that maybe it would take us out of London St Pancras so we could start on the overhead wires.
You are now approaching Ebbsfleet International, so apply a small amount of brake force to achieve it.
Yeah, I will. We are coming in quite hot. Hope I can actually stop. Yeah, very hot, actually. And now you see the overhead wires have started appearing. Very loud when you shift it. I'll just fan it a little bit. Max brake.
Take a quick glance at the platform to ensure all is safe before unlocking the doors.
Uh-huh. Nice. No idea why it hasn't asked us to turn on the headlights. It should tell us. It should tell me where the headlights are, but it's... for some reason they've decided, nah, I'm going to leave that out. Maybe it comes on its own when it moves? I don't know.
This section of the line features a changeover in power and signalling as we switch from the third rail beneath us to the overhead wires that are now above us.
Nice.
We'll also switch from using miles per hour to kilometers per hour speeds, and the TVM in-cab signalling will be in use from here.
Okay.
To begin the power changeover, set the reverser to the neutral position.
Yeah, I can do that.
Now hold the CTRL button to raise the third rail shoes and change to the overhead pantograph. When you're going the other way, use the DC button to switch to the third rail for the eastern leg of the journey.
Okay. For 2 seconds? Oh. Yeah.
Next, press the pan up shoes down button to raise the pantograph.
Uh-huh.
Finally, press the pan up shoes down button again to close the main circuit breaker and ensure power reaches the entire train. You can check that this has happened by validating the MCB VCB light has gone out.
Which is the MCB bit? Okay. So now on...
Nicely done. You're in good shape to continue the journey.
Now we're on
Proceed
AC
to the
power.
next stop at Stratford International unguided this time and see how you get on.
Now we're on AC power from the overhead cables. Let's see how much faster this is. It might seem quite quick. Oh, TVM's come on. That's fantastic. TVM is basically a method of telling the driver what the speed limit is without having to actually look for speed limit signs, because when you're going that fast you won't really be able to read them fast enough because they are only little things by the side of the track. So TVM does all the work for me. It knows what the speed limit is and it'll tell me, like there, 130, and there's the speed I'm currently going at, and also it's got an up arrow to show me I am actually going to be accelerating. Now it's done a thing where it hasn't switched to kilometers an hour. It should have switched to kilometers an hour. It has here the speedometer, but it hasn't on the actual dial. And the speed limit has gone up to 225. Should have done it on the dial, the one that's on the heads-up display. Not sure why it didn't, but maybe that's an issue they're trying to fix. Maybe it just only happens in the introduction. But I will pick a random service to do. I should have put the cab lights on so we could see, but to be honest, I'm new to it, so I don't know where they are. But I'm pretty sure it was over here somewhere. No, that's auxiliary off. I don't want to press that. That will turn the power off. Complete darkness. Complete darkness. Have I pressed a button by mistake? Oh, we are going up. Right, okay. That would explain it. Fan. Cab lights. Yay. There we go. Now we're speeding up again. The speed! I shall enjoy putting this train to good use. I don't know why it hasn't. Maybe it's because I always have it in miles per hour rather than kilometers per hour, because I don't know kilometers per hour, honestly. I'm unaware. I'm supposed to know it because I'm in the metric system, but I don't. Miles per hour. Because I'm in England and that's what we use. But 201 kilometers an hour, so that's quick. So at this speed we wouldn't really be able to read any speed limit signs, because if you see how fast we're passing any signage, we wouldn't be able to read them. So TVM will practically do the work for you, and even if you have the heads-up display off, like I don't have. Oh, one coming the other way. So even if you have the heads-up display off, you can still be guided along by TVM. So don't worry, you won't mess up. Just have to make sure that you can actually read what that says, because it says 225, but yeah. It's a little bit hard to read from this far away though, when I'm looking at it like this, at least on my screen. But I can zoom in, which is very helpful. Slow down a bit. Speeding a bit. We almost there? No, 7 something miles to go. I believe we're passing Dagenham at the moment. I got 140 miles an hour. I am speeding though. In a tunnel I can't actually do an outside view. But let's see if I can find where the lights are, because we don't need to stop yet. Headlights there. Day running, night running, night. Back up. Why would we need to back up? Alright. Day running. And oh, we actually have the light bulbs, the light showing on the tunnel. Take us up again. What is this one? Door release right. I think that's the emergency brake. Yep. Screens that are off, but we've got this screen that is on that doesn't actually have many features for it. Beep. Nope. 225. Limit is still 225. So really, everything you kind of need to know. 200, right. I think when it's flashing, it means it's coming into effect, so I don't really need to slow down now. 200, 160. One 100. Yeah, 100 miles an hour. Oh! Gotta make sure I can actually stop at Stratford. Very nice. Headlights are on, but I don't know why it said backup. Let me have a look. If that changes anything. Day backup. That's weird. So why is it on the opposite side? Well, day should be on one side and night should be on the other. Alright.
Good work. That concludes all the basics of operating this train.
Alright. Fantastic. I mean, that took 20 minutes, I think, but not bad. Well done to me. Now I am curious as to how would this work in scenario mode. I'm going to go to the main menu, I'll take another small break, and then think about how I'm going to structure the rest of the stream. I'll be right back. Alright. Let's see what to do. Oh, no. Didn't want to do that. Didn't want to click that. I am a clumsy individual sometimes. Oh. Nope. That was what I was doing earlier when I saved the game. It's nice that it lets you save things and pick them back up again if you want to. Okay, this time explore. Okay, all the way to Faversham. Why? Take control of the castle and busy bank on weekend, high speed line. Okay. Timetable. Obviously I want the 395. St Pancras to Faversham. Oh. Guess you should do this one. Alright. Hopefully it explains to me to do the power changeover when I need to. Because otherwise, I might have forgotten. I know it's something to do with the pantograph up and the fuse down button. And then I'll run the 395 in scenario mode to see how it fares there. What the doors on the right. Where are we? Are we in St. Pancras? Yeah, we're in St. Pancras. So we're on. Good. Brakes are on. Are we getting power from the pantograph? Let's see. It's up and raised, so that probably means it's alright. Yeah? Oh. No, that wants to go back up. You want to go back up, sir? Yeah? Okay. And it should be closed on its own, I'm guessing. Wait until 10:57. Nice. We are in forward. Can we actually move? No, we can't. Okay. Oh! Now we can move. So I do have to press it again. Okay. Now we'll really see what this thing is made of. Let us move. Today, excellent. And I want the cab light on, so where is that? Ah. Good. And it's... well, the dial on the heads-up display reads miles per hour because I've set it to always be in miles per hour because that's what I use, and we've obviously got the speedometer here which is reading in kilometers per hour because we're on the TVM friendly side of the track, of the route, I should say. So at least we get a decent readout in miles per hour as well. Speed limit will still be there. The TVM hasn't kicked in yet. I imagine it should soon. Now it has. So as soon as we hit tunnel 80. $200. So the reason that I was wondering about scenario mode is because the planning mode anyway, is I wonder what kind of powertrain, what power method it's going to use. So would it use pantograph power or would it use third rail power? So would it be AC or DC? If it's in AC it's a lot quicker, if it's in DC it's a lot more slow. And I'm wondering if you can actually choose between the two on whenever you want, or it's just set to one. So we'll find out, I guess. I think this indicator is supposed to let me know what we're actually using. But that is a question that surprisingly no one actually mentioned in the stream. In either of the developer streams for Southeastern High Speed. I'm guessing they're going to do one today for the launch day, so maybe the question will get asked, but I haven't seen it. If they have, 225. TVM is a very handy system. It's actually used on the TGV if you've got that DLC, you know, the one that comes with LGV Mediterranean, or whatever. 200 now. Oh, you changed your mind, did you? Okay. Stratford. You better walk me through, game, on how to do the power changeover, because I don't remember what you said before. 160. Alright. Must be ready to stop. Right. So I am going all the way to Faversham, and I'm not sure how long this is going to take me. Less than an hour, I think. Max brake. Overshot a little bit. Got a trophy as well, for some reason, I don't know why. Is it for stopping in the right place? I don't know. Or for playing the game for so long. 395005, so we haven't got the special Pride version, but you probably should have known that, because the fact that we don't have the rainbow on it. That will be 395012. Which I believe we can drive in one of the specified mission things. So we'll do that. 1 point Faversham, it says up there, because that's where we're going. It is automatically set by the game, so it says Faversham on all the boards. And probably inside the train. Is it inside the train? I don't mind being late. I'm going to inspect that. Get off the seat. See whether it actually works. Yeah, it does. Faversham. So we've got interior notice boards as well. It's nice. All these, oh, those for AWS. Oh. Oh, we'll do AWS then. No, we don't think we need to, because AWS isn't actually on the AC side of the line. It's on the third rail side of the line, but it's not on the overhead wires side. Yeah, there's the wire. Next stop is Ebbsfleet, and that's where we're going to be doing the power. So I hope the game walks me through that. If not, I'll just fiddle around until I get it right. I know it's something to do with these buttons here. That much I can remember. Very dark inside the tunnel. Oh. We can go 225. The speed isn't kidding around when it says high speed. I mean, I imagine that this is the claim that it's Britain's fastest. I imagine is probably true, because the diesel high-speed train that I was driving today, that was sluggish as all hell. In fact, I drove it in a straight line and it could barely get beyond 132 miles an hour. Because it didn't really have the power to get up slight gradients at that speed. So Danny, you've been in hospital. My boyfriend has been in hospital as well. But you've both been discharged. You actually got discharged, I think on the same day he did. And if you're worried about coronavirus and stuff, don't be, because the space between you and that patient, it's far enough away that I wouldn't consider it a major risk. And even if you do come down with it, I don't know how it'll affect you. It just depends. But I do know that the kind of healthcare to expect is very, very good for that. I showed a graph of all the coronavirus cases and fatalities and ongoing cases today in the UK. And for people in your and our age group, there hasn't been very many deaths or admittance to ICU wards or intensive care units, or whatever you want to call them. So I wouldn't be too worried about it. But I'm not going to say why you were in hospital. I don't think that's my place to say that, but I'm just going to, yeah. Okay, well, we could see the end of the tunnel there, quite close by, but guessing that's a visual thing that they're going to fix in a future patch. They did say there are some things they want to fix very soon, with this and other things. Now we can actually see. Oh. Blistering speed. So we just got out of... I think we're in Dagenham still. Yeah? Probably. It is running okay. Occasional stoppage now and then. But it's been like that in kind of every DLC, honestly. It might be just the PS4. It struggles to keep up a little bit with it. Oh, another high-speed train coming. I imagine it'll tell us to slow down before we get to Ebbsfleet. That's it. I don't know what that says. Digital bivalve? That's something. Oh, depot whistle. Nice. Digital bivalve. Why did I even say it? Very strange. Door release. DSD. What does that mean? Is that the isolator or the switch for DSD? I'm not sure. Chasing Will 2 Unstoppable, the trophy I just got, but it will probably blank out the it does black out the screen because it isn't actually part of the game, and the PS4 doesn't know what to do with the whole broadcasting situation when that happens. So if you see a black box, it's because it's displaying a message that's only supposed to be seen by the PS4 and the user of it. So that's why. Can only apologise for that. Beep. 225 still. Oh, okay. This is a very steep climb. Coming the other way, steep descent this time. 200. $160. I mean, we shouldn't be going 130 because we are stopping at Ebbsfleet, which is well around here. And AWS has also kicked in. Though I think I was going too fast. Yeah, I am going way too fast. Oh dear. I mean, the back of my train has made it, hasn't it? Maybe it'll still count. It does, right. Change power mode. Can you do this service's power mode must be changed? Okay. Yeah, pantographs are down? Is pantograph down? Yes it is. Press it again, I guess. Do I have to press it once? I know. We'll know when we move. Do apologise for overshooting that station though. Until 11:15. Well, not that far to wait then. Not that long to wait, I mean. I'll put the laptop on charge. That'll be handy. Now that we're on DC power, train should be a bit more sluggish, or a lot more sluggish. Let's give it some power. Are we connected? I don't think we're connected. Control pan. Are we... Ah, the shoe is down. Ah, there's the shoe. So that's what's actually connecting us to the third rail. Okay. That's nice. So I have a visual thing to look at. And yes, it is more sluggish. Next stop is Gravesend. And TVM has gone off. We'll be getting AWS alerts, I think, hopefully. Do wonder if you can actually run this route with a regular train. Ping. That means check for a signal. Very non-intrusive ping. Okay, it makes sense. Oh, we can move the wipers over if we want. Why you'd want to do that, I don't know. But if you want to, Move them over to the other side, where they rest. High speed sort of aspect is now kind of over. To be honest, it's a partial high speed line and a partial regular sort of speed line for the UK. Which is a little bit of a, I won't call it a disappointment, because you do go pretty quickly, and this is how it is in real life, but still. I mean, if you expected to go about 200 miles an hour or 100 something miles an hour the whole way, that's not going to happen, unfortunately. Still, if you want to take this train into scenario planning mode and do it that way, you absolutely can. Though with the corners on this route, maybe you want to kind of take it easy. Along there, guessing that the speed limit will go up along these sort of straightaway bits, but these little squiggly corners, yeah, I wouldn't expect to do any high speed on there. Still, you can take this on a route where there is lots of high speed areas and really blast it, you know. I look forward to doing that. I know where I'm going to take this next. Once I finish driving it to Faversham, which, okay, will probably take a while. But, when the developers actually did a stream, I think this took less than an hour. Definitely less than an hour for them to do, so... it is what it is. And the most important part is this is all new, so you guys won't have seen this before, I don't think. Anyone who is a fan of the game will obviously have seen it before, but they'll be keeping it with the streams that the team make and that other YouTube people make, who are much more famous than I am. But with everything as it is, I'd say this is okay. 70 mile an hour speed limit coming up, so that's pretty quick. If you are wondering, if you're wondering if I can take this off of DC and put it onto AC again, I will have no power, because there aren't any overhead wires. So I can't just press that button and magically the train thinks it's powered by AC. That's not how it works, at least on this route where it's supposed to be, where it's all programmed together. This is a realistic simulator where such a thing would be unheard of. They want you to do this for real. Not that doing it for real isn't fun. It is. DRA, it showed you how to use DRA. There's quite a few trains that are fitted with DRA. This is just one of them. I don't use DRA, not even when I'm on my own, because I don't really need to. I'm paying attention. I'm not going to run a red signal because, well, not really that stupid. When I've stopped anyway, when I'm actually still going, I may run one accidentally by overshooting a station. But other than that, don't think I'll ever need to use. Don't think I'll really ever need to use DRA, if I'm honest. So Faversham is all the way over here at the end, and we're over there. So we've covered all that distance in this time. Now there's another station that we passed by somewhere, and these are some kind of side yards. Another train coming our way. We do more outside shots. Yeah, there we go. 66 waiting in the yard. That is a static model, but if I wanted to, I could actually get out of the train right now and go into the cab of one of those and drive it around if I wanted to. It is still there. Though I do think that they were talking about making them move at some point, because they just haven't anything programmed for them to do. They're just sort of there for scenery at the moment. But yeah. This is a very... honestly, the down arrows on here. What's that one? Increase brightness. Decrease brightness. Doesn't make much of a difference. The up and down arrows on here. This is Higham, by the way, we're passing by, we don't actually stop here. So the up and down arrows are very helpful, because they tell you whether your speed is going to be increasing or decreasing, just by showing you the up or down arrows. And that's all linked in with this system here, the TVM. But there is a very similar, well, pretty much identical thing on the TGV, which I've still yet to get, I know, but it might be a while before I get LDV, the DLC. I bought this one today because I was actually prepared to buy it. I had enough money and everything, so I was ready for this one. LDV, probably going to get that at some point in time, but not now. Besides, I haven't really found much of a use. I mean, the TGV is a high-speed train. It's going to be fun to drive at high speed, but there's only a few lines, a few different routes where you can actually reach those high speeds. So I'm kind of thinking, is it worth it? Is it suited for going on other routes where the speed is not as high? Not really, I don't think. Next signal is a stop. Oh, you want me to stop right now? Oh, do you? Emergency brake. This is nice. This is a nice situation I've got myself into. Does it put DRA on? Is that why? Please turn off. Please turn off. Please. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I know. Nice. can actually move. It gets removed the power. Alright. I guess I'm going too fast. I do apologise for the emergency brake going off. I panicked and the emergency brake is actually set onto this lever and it is all the way at the end there. So coming to Strood, I believe we'll be crossing a river in a moment, the Medway. Be nice. Well, Class 395, definitely a modern train, based on how it looks. Complaining, I'm just saying, modern looking thing. And I believe that they're built by Hitachi in Japan, and shipped over here. Just like new Class 800 trains. I think they're built by Hitachi as well. And it looks sort of like this, the Class 800s. You don't actually have any in-game, but I'll take you, also stop, let's take you for a look around, because I know you've seen it from around, but, well, this is high speed, and this will obviously allow you to do the whole delivery editor. Yeah, that's it, because it is released in Train Sim World 4. It will be compatible with delivery editor, and also the 375 will as well, but the 375, I'll check out what's going on with that. Once I finish doing this, before we get on to a sort of random take this out for a little spin sort of go, I'll check out what's up with that, because they were talking about adding the 377 to the delivery editor, though I don't know when, so they may have done it already with this DLC, or they may be planning to add that later on. I don't know. Haven't really said much about it. So next up is Rochester. It's only across the river, I think. Got a little bit of power to keep us moving. And now we'll be crossing the River Medway. Yep. Yes, we are. Oh, and there is a submarine. Submarine. See it? That is the U-something something Black Widow, which is moored on the River Medway in Kent. It's been moored there since 1993 because it was bought privately. It has actually been moored in other places around the UK, but it's been moored there since about the early 2000s. And it's a Russian submarine, actually. from the Cold War. I believe it went up for sale after the Cold War ended in 1992, with the Soviet Union being dissolved. So I imagine, oh, it went up for sale, somebody bought it, and then decided, you know what, this should be a museum piece, so moored it in England. Because why not? Why not buy a submarine? And that is there in real life. It's not like a thing that the developers just added to say, oh look, there's a submarine, it's an Easter egg. No, it is really there. It's currently awaiting restoration as well. And I imagine that in future videos I'm always going to point it out because it's a very recognisable thing. Once you know it's there, you're always going to be looking. And you can look up pictures of that as well online if you want. Here we are at Rochester. And I think this is the news station that they built? Yeah, I think that's the news station. And then they had an old station somewhere, which might be that one back there, maybe. And there's a Rochester, is it a cathedral? Probably. Yeah, all looks good. And we haven't really got that far to go. Well, I say that, but there's all this. I haven't really got that far to go, because well, we'll get there when we get there. It's a classic thing. We'll get there when we get there. Next stop is Chatham, and Chatham is where Dovetail Games are based. So where the developers of this game are in Chatham, in Kent. Some have kind of wondered, is that why you picked it? Because it's near, basically on your doorstep, this whole route? And I said, no, not really, because this is a high-speed route in the UK. It may be the reason, they may just be giving excuses when I say what I'm going to say next, but this is a high-speed route that is in the UK, is a real thing, and because they've done the high-speed route in France and in Germany as well, they've decided, hey, why don't we just do one in the UK? Because kind of a running theme going on here. The next DLC for this game is going to be, I think it will be the, I don't know, to be honest, I don't know. They don't really like to announce things until they feel it's necessary to. But there is a list of upcoming things that are just not really given a date, they're just there. So that'll be nice. The 465, which is a DLC locomotive that I will be picking up, which I'll be happy to receive, is upcoming, so that probably means it's going to be here within 2, maybe 3, 4 weeks, and I'm going to set some money aside to buy that, just to make sure that I actually get it. So if I want some kind of content from this game, I will buy it. If I don't want it, I'll wait until later. If I think, oh yeah, I definitely want to buy that on launch day or close to it, then I will save up money and get it. But if I think that's not really for me at this time, I'll keep researching about it, I'll wait. Really is as simple as that. It's not often that I buy DLC for anything. Quite a ways to go, but still, we'll get there when we get there. And I know that this stream is quite, chat is quite quiet at the moment, but I will be right back. Right, I've returned. Ooh, another train going past. But yeah, feel free to use the chat for anything. Talking about anything. Because I don't insist on talking about train related stuff, because to be quite honest, not everyone is interested in that. So my streams are basically a time when you can say anything, because this content will not be marked for children. Because it's obviously not for kids. Because I may swear or talk about things that aren't appropriate for kids. I hate that YouTube even has to ask you about that, but it does. And I get why, but I also understand that some people find that kind of annoying. Me personally, I don't really care too much, but it is a thing made for kids kind of content, which this is not. Not that kids can't drive trains or play train simulators, they certainly can. There's nothing really adult about this game, really. Other than the fact that you have to be a certain age to even drive a train, and receive the proper training, but that's about it. That goes for everyone anyway. That kids can play this simulator if they want to, because there's nothing adult in it. It's nice. It's just that it's on my channel, and because I talk about things that might not be suitable for children, when YouTube wants me to point out what kind of content something is, then I obviously mark it's not for kids, just to be safe. And I believe it will force me to and assume that it's not made, but I'm not sure exactly how it works. Gotta be honest. But it should assume that anything is not for children unless you pick, oh yeah, it isn't. Which means I can have things like ads, but not enough people watch my videos for me to even have ads on them. And that's okay, because I know that ads are annoying. How do I know? Because I watch them all the time, because even though I'm on YouTube, I do watch it, and I do get lots of ads, and to be honest, they are quite annoying, because I really don't want to buy whatever they want to sell me. None of it interests me. Gillingham is our next station, and I should really try to stop, or else I'll go over the red signal, and that won't be any good. I'd rather stop short than go over, because going over means that I would have to restart this whole thing or pick it up in scenario planner mode just to show you the rest of the way. But other than that, that's how that works. Is anyone actually on this train? Is no one on it? That's really weird. Nobody's the entire thing. That is very strange. Oh no, some people are on it. There's actually 2 units connected together, so they're all in this one, I guess. Alright, well there really aren't that many people on board. Guess no one really wants to go to Faversham. Oh, there are some people now. Must have missed them. Alright. Don't know what kind of configurations you can have this thing in, how many cars or carriages you can pull, but we have got quite a lot today. Next one is Raynham. Raynham? Raynham. Raynham. Rayman. Ooh. And there's the Kent signal box. Signal office place. So what used excuse me. What used to happen is you would have signal boxes, signal buildings like that one there, which were all sort of manual controlled. Someone would manually have to raise the barriers for the road if there was a crossing there, according to whatever the signals would tell them. But then, now that we're up into the modern day, they're all done by computers, so it's just there as a failsafe in case the computer system doesn't work, and you can do it manually from that box, that building, little hut basically. But yeah, that is the big signal office that we just passed back there, where they do all the computer signalling stuff for this area. That's an interesting bit of trivia. I only learned that because I watched the stream, because otherwise I wouldn't know. And if anyone wants to wonder why I haven't been to this part of the UK, it's because I just haven't. I mean, Kent is quite far down. And I'm obviously in the north of England, so unless I have a reason to be down south near London, I won't be going. Maybe someday I'll do a proper tour of the UK, but during the sort of coronavirus pandemic, lockdown, whatever you want to call it, I don't think that's a wise idea. Because, to be honest, they may stop the train service when I get down there, and they may say, oh, by the way, you can't get back to where you were, you have to stay here. If you think I'm going to be paying how many pounds to stay in a hotel down south, I think you've got another thing coming. Because I cannot afford that. Not even for a few days. So that's why I'm kind of reluctant to do something like that. Plus, I'd need some knowledge about what to do before. Maybe I'll wait until my boyfriend comes over and then we can go on the UK, around the UK by train. Why not? I'm not going to be one of those people that said, oh, the train was late. So what if it was late? I'm not in any hurry. Who cares? I haven't got a job to go to. I wouldn't have one by then. I'd choose a time when I'm not working, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to stop. This isn't good. Emergency brake. Please stop. No. No, 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 no. Oh, I'm gonna pass over, no. Oh no. You... Alright, well I guess we're not going to see Faversham, but I don't think it's anything special, because it's kind of the same along the route, to be honest, the whole way. You know what the funny thing is though, Matt did that on the stream. So one of the developers did the same exact thing as I just did. At the same point as well. Wow, so that's something to be aware of. Right, let's check out the delivery editor and see if it's in here. Class 66. The 66? 35. Oh, they did do the 377 and the 366. Okay, that's interesting, that's new. Did not know that they added that, okay. So we can use the 377 in the livery editor, 395 and 375, and also the 66 for some reason. Do not know why, but I don't know, let's try with the 66. Probably won't be able to do a lot because I said in the previous video that the livery editor, when I use something that I made, it crashes the game, which is annoying. Maybe a recent patch fixed that. I suppose we can try. Yeah, I can change the colour of this if I want to. So if I want a custom made 66 I can do that, or a 375 or a 395 or 377. I can do that now. That's nice. Nice of them to include something that isn't included as standard in the DLC, I don't think. That's nice. Okay, that's the situation with that. And now I'm going to try scenario mode somewhere where I know there isn't any on this one there isn't any overhead lines. Let's just try this one. Back 25. I did this one earlier on, so I know it works, but I need to find... I haven't done the off the rails, have I? No. $395 I want to find. So it can come in a 12 car or a 6 car. Fine, 6 car. And I'll start. I'll do that. And find out what power mode it's in. Whether I can switch between the two. I'm hoping that it's AC because AC is faster than DC. Or at least the train is faster when it's powered by AC. Or maybe I can switch between the two, who knows. Or maybe it's locked to just one, I wouldn't know. But I'll find out. If it seems really sluggish, then it's probably on DC. If it seems quite quick, then it's on AC. So let's find out. Keys in. Yeah, okay. Reverser. Neutral. Unlock the doors on the right. Lights to night. And okay. What does this one do? Uncouple. Let's see. Now, is the pantograph raised? No. So I'll test what happens when I raise it and lower it. DC is on. Control. So control will be pantograph, okay. You should be raising up now. Are the shoes on the rails? Shouldn't be. Let's find out. Ah, so we are in AC. That makes sense, because that's reading not right, that's kilometers per hour. So what if I press DC? Ah, we can switch from, oh. Lower the shoes. Okay. Yay! So, does it actually change anything though? Wondering if it does. Fine. Neutral. Control. Yeah. Oh dear. No. No. Right. No. This is annoying. Neutral. It doesn't actually move the pantograph, so I can't tell. Oh. So maybe it starts in AC. What's that one? Ah, okay. Yay, we got power again. do wish it would actually read out in miles per hour on this thing. Maybe I can change it, no? Righto. Oh. Makes a lot, doesn't really make a lot of noise, but mind you it is electrical, so I am speeding for this part of the line, but I'm not bothered. So that's how it works. Interesting. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. There we go. I believe we're on DC power now, so yeah, definitely more sluggish, have to say. We are going through a tunnel as well. Alright. That light should come back on, right? No. Does it have to be stopped to switch to AC? Good question. Maybe it does. Oh no, it doesn't. Now we're back on AC power. Alright. That's how it works. Outside the proper route that it's made for. It's going a lot faster than the line probably wanted me to, but that's okay. Oh. Alright, well, I figured out how that works basically. It's nice that they let you choose from 2 different power modes like it's supposed to be. Okay. So now I know how to use it outside of the intended stuff. Now what's left to do? I don't really know. I can paint it differently, I guess. That'd be a thing. And it is all the way down here at the bottom. Yeah, just call it new livery. Hope it doesn't crash the game. If it does, it's unfortunate. So here it is, the full thing. Now I can change all the colours of it. In the red, pretty nice, I guess. Alright. I'll work on that at some point. Though, honestly, I'd like to see how the 375 fares in terms of how to paint it, because I really want to create my own for kind of these kind of trains. Light blue. Shape wise, does it go along the whole? Yeah, it still does. That's a shame. Guess I have to keep it to the front then. Right, I'll make another one. I have to kind of do a patchwork thing for this. Yeah, I suppose that's fine. Oh, no, that one. Yeah, patchwork sort of deal for this. Just because of the way it interacts with the rest of it. Ooh. That is a bit of a faff. Just trying to cover the front in yellow is a bit of a annoyance. Right side. Oh, wrong way. It's actually a little bit further back, isn't it? Oh. That's more like it, I suppose. Yeah. That looks fine, I guess. Oh, yep. Suppose that will have to do. Inside to the left. Inside to the... Oh. Inside to the... Oh. Right. Colour-wise. It's probably that colour that I want. This may take a while, but it ends up pretty okay. Can't I group these? Copy what? So why can I not group them? That's not good. Edit what? Save. Well, I've saved it anyway, so... I do want to group them though, so I could copy it to the rear of the train. I do wonder if they've sorted out the whole game crashing when you try and use custom things. So we'll find out. I think I need to pick one that I've already done. Which one to... Let's try... Maybe my wasn't working, my arrow. Most likely. BR442. Has it not changed? What? Why have you not changed? Why did you not change? You were supposed to. 406. This one. Right, let's see if they fix the whole game crashing issue. I shouldn't be doing this, but if the stream stops, it means it crashed. I say maybe I shouldn't be doing it at all then. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't. But it's getting late anyway. Let's risk it. Rainbow. It's only got that across it, but see if this actually works. See if this actually ends up working. If it crashes, I apologise. You'll know if the stream just suddenly stops that it has. But other than that, maybe they fixed the fact that using custom things makes it crash. I hope that they have fixed it and I can actually use custom things in the game without having it crash. But I know that the first time I tried this, it did definitely crash. And then I'll make some more interesting things for the livery things. Ah, maybe they have fixed it. You gotta go, no problem. That's all fine. Please do keep in touch though. Well, now that I'm gonna theorise that they fixed it, because by that point it usually would have crashed horrendously. See you around. So, hooray! It was a problem that it crashed before, but at least, maybe they fixed it. I'll check to see if I should check my own later on, but I don't want to risk it to stop the stream. So I could actually do so training. It's not training. Is it timetable? Continue the journey. And then taking pride. I'll probably do that as a special thing. But I am gonna head off the stream at the moment. We all enjoyed. I'll bring more of this stuff probably tomorrow. I'll set something up and then we can do that. See you around.